Hey there, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing the first of several unboxings from the Chicago trip. There was a lot of shopping that happened over the course of those days, and I don't know the best way to introduce all of them. I was trying to figure it out. It was just like, do I do them in order of days? Do I do them, in groupings of the stores? Because we kind of went back and forth to several places over the course of the weekend. So I'm going to do my best to kind of group them and tell you about the story about why I picked things, how things came to be, because honestly, I went with a plan and didn't follow any of the plan. So you want to hear more about what went on, stick around. Welcome back. If you are new to my channel is about treat yourself to a little bit of luxury, whether that be a cup of coffee, favorite fragrance, skincare, makeup, all the fine, lovely stuff that we treat ourselves to. I like to treat myself to occasionally luxury shopping in big cities. And I went back to Chicago again to do that with several fine friends. And yeah, it was a lot of good times and shopping, and it went by so fast. And there was times where I just completely didn't bother picking up my camera. I was just in the moment. I wish I would have taken more pictures of me trying on things, and I didn't. But I have a few items that I took pictures with, and as I go into what I actually purchased, I'll maybe show the pictures of the things that I tried on or had access to, and why I did or did not purchase items. So just kind of some background there. So I think what we're going to start off with is one of my favorite stores to shop at is Louis Vuitton. And this year, I finally got to go to the main store on Michigan Avenue, the one that's usually right behind the hotel I stay in. This time, it was on the end of the block. I stayed at a different hotel this time, and was able to go into that one twice. And then we also went to the one down at the Nordstrom store that we always go to every year. So let's see here. Where do I want to start? So with that one, we went to the Michigan Avenue one the first day, and I can't say it was a great experience that first day. We just one of my friend and I walked in, and we had a question, and they weren't the friendliest. At least at that moment, the person who we checked in with wasn't the most friendly. But let us look around, and we did what we wanted to do, and we just went back to our hotel. However, when we went back the next time, it was a completely different experience. So every visit is unique. You never know what you're gonna get, and I don't like to completely pass judgment on a location, because even the Nordstrom one, where I've had really good service the majority of the time, in fact this time especially, there was one instance at that store that I would say was subpar at best, but this time it was beyond exceptional. The sales associate is great, and was still communicating with me after the fact. So I really did enjoy the majority of my experiences there in Chicago this time. So I really do like shopping at that location. And I do like shopping now at the Michigan one, and I got their contact information as well. So both sales associates that I work with this time were quite just very kind, helpful, beyond accommodating, just really superior service in my opinion. So with that, so we have a few items. Each time I asked for some fragrance samples, so they were very kind to get me those, and I will grab the ones that I tried. The one I was hoping to get was that new elixir one. I think it's called Phantasmagoria, It's a vanilla scent, and I wasn't able to get my hands on that, and I didn't see it in store, so I think it just wasn't out yet. So I got Symphony, which I believe I have a sample of already. And then Cellar Times. I have not tried Cellar Times yet, so excited to try that one. And I think this one's a Trap Rev, which I have. And Fleur de Desert, which I do not have. So intrigued by that one. Is that the Oud? I think that's an Oud. It's in a dark bottle. That's intriguing. I gotta look up the notes on that one. So really excited to always get samples. So that's always a nice little bonus to get from LV. So let's see here. Let me do this one. This is the one I got last. So this was on Saturday, and I don't know why I bought this. I had no intention of buying this, but I kind of talked myself into it. So the first day we went in, we asked about this particular item. My friend actually wanted it. And I think that's what kind of got me into the mood to pick it up, was I had seen it and looked at it here in Portland and was like, I have this item and I've never used it. So why would I need this item? So I figured out why I don't use that particular version. So let me go ahead and unbox, because I'm here talking about it and you're like, well, what the hell am I talking about, Kelsey? And once you see it, you'll get what I'm saying. Put that up there. That's cute. I don't think I've ever had them seal it with a sticker before. Level of Above and Beyond. This is the new key pouch, the small key pouch. I will get this open for you so you can see that. So I have a key pouch in Vernis that's about this size. I think it's a little bit smaller, and we happen to use that every day. So one of our cars has the key attached to that one, so that one I use constantly. But I have the regular clay, and I've never once used it. It's in a box down here. It has been in its box since the day I purchased it. I have never once used it. I've tried to, but whenever I take it out, I'm like, it doesn't fit anything. You could roll up some bills in there, put some coins in there. The car key itself could fit in that, but it just wasn't functional to me. In fact, the whole point of this to me, at least with the other one that we have, the Vernis pouch, is that it can hold a car, driver's license, and money, and we could run out to the dog park or wherever. Even Stefan right now, my husband, he will, oddly enough, he has no problem carrying, even though it's like a beige Vernis. So it's, in my opinion, quite a feminine color. He has no problem carrying it. He uses it, puts it in his pocket, and he's like happy-go-lucky, right? So it's the size that works wonders for it. And so when I saw this one, I noticed that, there's a little card slot action right here, and the amount of items I could get into it, I'm like, this is what I needed. And I believe it was only $3.90, which I shouldn't say only, but considering how much the one that's this size is, it's quite reasonable. Granted, these used to be, $150, $200 back in the day. So knowing that I don't use the one I have, I want to say I have the Aben one. I don't have the monogram. This one was like, it has to come home with me. I'm going to use it. So this was, in my opinion, necessary, crucial to life to have. Is it? No, but I felt it is. So it has, the good size of storage. Of course, it's going to have the key fob as well. So it had to come home with me, and I picked it up at the time. So that was my first purchase. And then the other day, so that was actually purchased on Saturday. And then, as I lower it down for my other one. I purchased these from the Nordstrom, Michigan Avenue on Friday. And this gentleman was just a peach. He was just lovely to work with. He loved our group. He showed us some fabulous items, a Capucines, exotic, a P9. He was just so helpful and just like showing me around. So this was just a fantastic purchase. So in here will be something that you're going to call me out on. And actually, I'm going to say it. Jamesjamm called me out on this. Is that I will say it. I'm going to eat my words here. I said some not nice things about the Christmas animation. And I saw some pieces on site that I'm eating my words. So I'm eating my words. I 100% always admit when I'm wrong, and I was 100% wrong about a couple of these things. To my defense, one of them, and I didn't purchase it yet, but one of them wasn't in the drop, never saw the pictures of it, so how did I see it? I probably would have had a different opinion. But this other one, I don't recall seeing the picture of it, but apparently it was in the preview. I guess it didn't register. So that's my excuse, is that I'm claiming that I didn't see it. Had I seen it, it would have been beautiful. No, honestly, at the time I was really underwhelmed, and that was my initial opinion of it. That being said, you should always check things out for yourself, see them in person. You might change your mind. So that was my initial leaked pictures, opinion. Now I've seen them in person and I'm having a different opinion. So I picked up 2 items there. One from Christmas Animation and one some other, in my opinion, very cute little item that I initially thought was part of a bag, came with a bag, and because it was displayed that way, and he's like, oh no, this is sold separately. I'm like, oh my God. And what do you have? What versions? And he was showing me all of the options. And I was hemming and hawing between what one to buy. So I've got 2 items. Let's start with the Christmas Animation one, because I think that's where I really need to, own up to my over opinionated self, and that I, was wrong. And I was 100% wrong about, at least this release. When I saw the pieces in person, I still have the commentary about the Vivian card case, though. It was a little bit peeved about the lack of originality there. But other items, though, were definitely prettier in person. So that being said, this particular item, the silk that I'm showing you, because everything comes in this size box, when I saw it, I was just kind of blown away by it. So let's pull it out. And I think I mentioned in that video that I tend to buy a silk every Christmas season. I couldn't wait. They didn't mention anything about holiday packaging, so this is just in the normal stuff. But this is the bandeau that I got. And I mean, it looks familiar. So I know I saw it. I just, at the time, didn't think it was that impressive from the preview. But when I saw it in the case, I don't know why, it just really, spoke to me. So I had to have it. And I love the 1854 on there, the little balloons, Vivian. It was just a really cute piece after seeing it in person. So, there I am eating my words. I bought an item. With that, before I get to the next one that I bought, on the last day, we went to Oakbrook Mall. They didn't have these at the Michigan or the Nordstrom. There were a pair of shoes, and those I swear were not in the drop. I'm like, if I had seen these shoes, I probably would have had a whole different opinion about this winter collection. So these, I'm going to put the image up on the screen. These timeout sneakers, I saw them on Sunday, and unfortunately I didn't have time to try them on. I didn't have time to really get into them because I was getting out for my flight. And they've been living rent-free in my mind for 2 weeks now. I want to go try them on in Portland. I believe these run small, so I just want to make sure before I order them what size I am. And they don't have my size in stock in Portland, so I'm like, oh, crap. So I'm trying to reach out to my SA to see if they're getting any more in or if it's kind of a done deal. But they're just so cute because they have, and they're the same price as the regular style, but they have the Christmas animation stuff drawn on them, and then they have this little charm that attaches to the side of them. And that charm was like, I need these. I have to have them. Where was this in the initial drop? Just mesmerized. I was just beyond excited about that. So I'm pretty sure, at least I swear I played with it, that the charm is removable, and that's what's selling me. Is like, take the charm off, put on something else. You're getting like 2 things for the price of 1. I think it's a great deal. So that's on my list to go pick up. We'll see if I can get my hands on them or not, and make sure that they do fit my feet, because I do have some wider feet. So the bandeau was purchased number 2 at LV. Kind of stacking up there. And then last, this is kind of my, I want to say, memento or travel souvenir, I guess would be, for LV. And I just thought it was really, really cute. So let me put that up here. And when I saw them, there's 3 different versions of this particular item. And I was just hemming and hawing and trying to figure out which one I wanted to get. And there was, I think it was a green one, and then a full-on white one, and then this pink one. And this is the one that I thought would go the nicest with my collection. I have a lot of ebene, and I thought the white wouldn't go very well with the ebene. It would go with the azure. I think it would pop a little nicely on the monogram, but I thought the pink and the green would, again, not so well on the ebene, but it would go fine on monogram, would go fine on the azure. I thought this would go well with all of the different prints that I have. So, and I have a lot of Epi as well. So, yeah, so that was the item that I picked up. And of course, it's just a little luggage tag, so you can put a little item with your name on it on the back end. But I thought that was really pretty. And it was on, I think it was on a Speedy, if I remember correctly. And I was like, oh, I need that. And then I said, can you hot stamp it? And he said, yes. So have my initials there hot stamped. And that was just really fun. It's just a really pretty luggage tag. So I hadn't even seen these on the website, so I had no idea they existed. So those were my LV items for the day. After LV that day, that was the day that we went to, I'm going to see if I can hang this up right here, Bulgari next door. And I'd been wanting to go to Bulgari for 2 years now, and we were able to go in there and try out some bags. One of the the person who came with us on the trip, they bought a bag, and it's beautiful. But I'll insert the 2 pictures of the bags I tried on, so I was able to see which ones would work with my body type. The one did not have a long enough strap, so that one's definitely out of the picture. But the other one, I believe, is the style that I'm going to go for in the pre-loved market. They don't hold their value very well, so definitely want to get it pre-loved. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else we did that day that was super, super fun. So the LV, there's one more item that was, right here. We went to the Coach store a couple different times, and when we went in there, they had custom luggage tags, or not luggage tags, Coach tags, and Jeannie, thankfully, love her, she purchased something, and they said that she could get up to 2 of these tags. And when I had asked about it the day before, they said we had to buy a bag in order to get one. So keep asking. They don't, you don't get the same answer every time. So she was buying something and got one, and they said she could get up to 2. So she offered to let me get one. And it's the Coach hang tag, in purple, and then with the custom Chicago stamp on it. And I was just so excited about that because I really wanted something with Chicago on it. And so had LV had a custom stamp, I would have done that. But yeah, so that was just really awesome. So it was a great time. I really enjoyed hanging out with everybody. Really fun. So, I mean, there's still a lot of things I didn't do. Some of the stores I didn't get to go to, but I did go to several more. So there's more unboxings. I'm going to come back because it's too much to do in one video. So, and there's stories to go with all of them. So we'll probably have at least another video, maybe two of them, because it's 1, 2, there's like five more things to unbox. So we'll see how it breaks up. But anyway, so let me know what you think about my items. Are you mad at me for being so hard on Louis Vuitton for the Christmas animation? I'm sorry. But you know, I'm wrong, and I completely own that. It was just a rash decision to be so harsh on LV. And thank you to my 2 sales associates that I worked with. They're in Chicago. You were fabulous. Really enjoyed working with you, and I hope to work with you again. So I will see you on the next one.